so happy to see you guys today. Air ticket using some of my credits from last year, when we couldn't travel because of COVID and all that. So I had some airline credits and I was having some trouble booking the same. And I had previously booked using Expedia. So I'm just like, you know what? As I wait for Expedia guys to sort me out, maybe we could just have a conversation and I would try and answer one of the most frequently asked questions on my channel. Eva, how do you afford to travel around the world? And that's what I'm going to be talking about. So far, I have been blessed to travel to almost, I think it's 100 countries now, they're out. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in the video. So I'm going to give it like 1 more minute so that people can join us. And then I'm just going to talk to you about the different things I have done and the different ways I fund my travels around the world. So occasionally I'm going to just be going, you'll see me looking to my left because I'm still in contact with the Expedia guys. And so once in a while I'll be responding to a chat. And yeah. Oh, hi Ernest, how are you? Long time, yeah. Where are you? Are you still in, was it Dubai? Let me know, what do you think about today's topic? I'm gonna be sharing with you guys some almost 20 easy and creative ways that I have made money to travel around the world. So yeah, what do you think about the topic for the day? Oh, you're in Nairobi. We need to meet one of these fine days. The last time we chatted, I think you were in Dubai, or was it Qatar? Sorry guys, I also have this really cough that has been going around, so bear with me. Yeah, so do you want me to start or do you want us to wait? I think I'm just gonna start. And yeah, let me just start sharing. I hope you like it and hopefully the others will join us. Yeah, so I have my notes here with me on this other phone. And as I mentioned, I am actually on my laptop. I am in touch with the Expedia guys. I'm trying to get myself a ticket for myself, one of my clients. So I also run a video production company. And for this year, the Miss Supranational, it's one of those pageants like Miss World, Miss Universe, and the like. So Miss Supranational Kenya. My company was responsible for putting up her videos. So the final event is in Poland in about 3 weeks time. So I'm trying to get myself a ticket for going to Poland, and it's just crazy. Like, I don't know what's happening around the world. Like, ticket prices are so much. The cheapest that I'm getting, like Nairobi topic around the time. I'm trying to read honest. So the cheapest ticket have been finding so far, Nairobi, Poland, Krakow. Return is like 170k thereabout. So I'm trying to see if I can use my credits from last year. So occasionally, kindly bear with me when you see me just looking down because I'm in touch with the Expedia guys. So let's look at the number 1 way I find my travels around the world. And as I've already mentioned, this is one of the most frequently asked questions on the Eva Mtali blog, on the Eva Mtali website, on the Eva Mtali YouTube channels, and even on my social media channels. And most of the questions rotate about the following themes, like tips for making money while traveling, how to travel the world and make money, easy ways to make money while traveling, ways you can make money and travel the world, earning money while you travel, how to afford travel, etc., etc. And that's what I'm going to cover. And I'm going to talk about excuse me, those that have worked for me specifically over the years. And most of these, I used them before COVID. Of course, I haven't traveled much post-COVID. In fact, I think I've only gone out of my country once when I went to summit Mount Kilimanjaro in July of Was it, I think, on July last year, or was it this? No, July last year. So the number one way I make money is by renting my home while traveling. Yeah. So this has been one of my favorite ways of making money while traveling. Instead of leaving my house behind locked doors while I'm miles away on holiday, I let it out via property listing sites such as Airbnb.com and Booking.com. So if this is something you'd consider, but you're not sure how to go about it, like starting an Airbnb business in Kenya, make sure at the end of this live, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box of this video. You can check it out. The number two way I make money for travel, how I'm able to fund my travels, is by selling made in Kenya stuff online. So 99% of my exports are kiondos, Masai jewelry, lassos, kangas, and fishing flies, which I ship to the United States. So I prefer the United States because I get to leverage the African Growth and Opportunity Act, that is AGOA, agreement program that provides my clients in the United States with duty-free treatment to import of the product when they purchase from me. So I once got a very good deal to sell 10 Kenyan themed lasers to a high-end US shoe brand for a commercial. So tuseme tu hiyo pesa ilitosha kunilipia trip ya kwenda Switzerland. I actually used the money for a trip to Switzerland. So if you're interested in starting an export business to the US, I'm also going to leave a link at the end of this live to the full AGOA database of products that are eligible for export to the United States. Personally, I use the Etsy.com platform to list my products, but I also have a Shopify website where I list the fishing flies. And for shipment, I use DHL for the candles, lassos, and fishing flies. And then I used to use Posta for the jewelry, but because COVID happened and Posta was so slow, I was just like, you know what, I am so done with the Posta. So I just stopped. Give me 1 minute, let me just respond to the agent. So the number three way I find my travels around the world is by writing, publishing, and selling electronic books, what are popularly known as ebooks. So if you are conversant with a particular subject, topic, or issue more than the average person on the street, you could very easily make money self-publishing and selling ebooks online. So my greatest income earner is novellas that I write in the form of ebooks, and I self-publish using a pseudonym on Amazon. And the genre is mostly travel romance. That's why I'm using my pseudonym. But in my name, I have also published 2 ebooks. One ebook that targets beginner freelancers, and the other ebook is about surviving a retrenchment. Both of these books are based on my experiences, and I'm currently writing my 4th book where I talk about meeting God during my travel. So it's over the last 15 years. I just talk about any trip that I went on, and I just felt like I saw God face to face. So that book is gonna be ready by September. No, actually by October. The book should be ready. I'm still writing it. I just need to add a little bit of travel. It's 90% there. But for the other books that I've mentioned, again, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box at the bottom of this video after the live. So you wanna check out those 2 ebooks. They could change your life. And then the next way I make money to fund my travels around the world, like I've already mentioned, I have currently been to more than 100 countries out of the 193 UN recognized countries, and the plan is to do all the 193 by the time I am 50. I am currently 43 years old, so I have like 7 years to go, but I think I could get some bonus time because I have lost almost 2.5 years to COVID. I haven't really traveled during COVID, so that of course has affected the plan. So the other way is by becoming a travel influencer. So an influencer in simple English is basically someone who others pay attention to, and therefore he or she can influence them to make a buying decision. So the premise here is that over time, I have built this audience by providing them value And these brands would want to access this audience through someone the audience already has a relationship with and in whom they have built trust, hence the time influencer. So by virtue of having built an engaged audience through my blog and social media channels, I have heard travel brands pay me to put up sponsored posts on my evamtali.com blog, and also pay for my travel, tours, and accommodation in exchange for either money, Instagram features, mentions, or reviews, or all of those. Yeah. I also make money to fund my travels by delivering packages. So these I used to do through a company called Wild Craze. I'm not sure if they still exist, but I'm gonna leave a link in the description box. So Wild Craze, basically how it works, and this I did mostly before COVID. So usually before I leave a country A to go to country B, I go through the website, the Wild Craze website, to check if there's someone in country B who wants a product from country A. I then buy that item while I'm in country A and then deliver it to them once I arrive country B. So Wild Craze then pays me once this transaction is complete. I haven't done anything with them since 2020, so I need to check if they still work, but it's something you want to check out. The other way I fund my travels around the world is by getting paid to make YouTube videos. So this is my most recent side hustle that passively makes me travel money. So my YouTube channels mostly run around the Evamtali brand, and there's like 6 YouTube channels, but the most common ones is the one we are on right now, the Evamtali Finance, and also Travel with Evamtali. And I got monetized in February 2018 for Evamtali Finance, this one, and Travel with Evamtali got monetized, I think, in 2021, February, just before COVID struck. So basically what that means is that I joined the YouTube partnership program, as in when YouTube runs advertisements on my videos and the person watching any of those videos decides to watch the advertisements, then Google pays me some money. In essence, watching the advertisement is the way viewers say thank you to the video maker for bringing to them valuable content free of charge. So when you find a moment to watch YouTube advertisements, please, for the sake of the creators, watch those advertisements. That's how we make money. Yeah? And the best thing about making travel money through YouTube videos is that I need to put a lot of effort upfront when coming up with a video script or idea, shooting the video, and then promoting it. But once it's done and by good luck the video goes viral, it becomes a completely passive source of income for me. So the video is just out there. Whether I publish or not, I continue making money on my old content as long as people continue to watch them. And that's why I like to focus on evergreen content. Evergreen content is content that is not time sensitive. So like this video, for example, even if you come back here 5 years from today, it's still gonna give you value. The other way I fund my travels is by modeling. I am very comfortable in my body, and therefore I prefer to model bikinis and sportwear. So I work so hard to stay in shape, and I think it's only fair that I get paid to look fabulous. So I mostly wait for brands to pitch me, and the reason is because I get to charge higher. Yeah? And like if I approach the brands, they would try to undercut me, but usually I wait for them to approach me. But once in a while, especially when I haven't hit my target budget for a given trip, and I'm visiting an exotic location, I approach the brands. And this was my experience when I was touring Brazil and Argentina. And you want to watch that video, it's on the Evamtali Evamtali YouTube channel. The other way I make money to fund my travels is writing business plans. I am a freelance business plan writer, and I focus solely on developing business plans for businesses in the US and Canada. But once in a while, I will also do business plans for chamas in Kenya. And the reason I prefer businesses in the US and Canada is because the two countries have perfected the act of documentation and database and statistics and analysis. So this makes conducting market research, which is the most consuming aspect of business planning, is such a breeze. So consequently, I need just about 5 days doing 4 to 5 hours a day to complete a 25-page business plan and walk away with anything from 700 US dollars to 2,000 US dollars. So I used to list my freelance services on Upwork and Fiverr, but these days I am more focused on word of mouth, and I also get leads through Facebook, and once in a while I also use FlexiJobs. So on Chamas are just like social groups for those who don't live in Kenya or are not Kenyan. And it's just a group of people that come together, and the main reason is to collect money for investment purposes, yeah? So on Chamas, I love doing their business plans because they are so straightforward, especially those in Kenya, because they're either investing in the Nairobi Stock Exchange, or they are buying plots, maguta, or they are buying apartments, or they are buying an Uber, or they want to run an Airbnb. It's easy peasy. Like, these are very easy. That's what most Chamas do. And these I complete in like 2 days, doing like 3 hours of work maximum, yeah? Sorry guys, I have a flu. So this is related to how I make money as a travel influencer, as I've already explained below. This other way I fund my travels, that is by making money travel blogging. It's related to how I make money as a travel influencer. The premise is similar. By virtue of me having built an engaged audience through my blog and social media channels, I have decent enough foot traffic to make money out of my travel website. That is the Eva Mtali blog. And I use several ways to make money through my blog. So number one is affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is a passive income method that works best by virtue of me maintaining my blog active. So essentially, I have run my Eva Mtali blog since 2018. This is the 4th year. And I make money by including on the website affiliate links to products and services that I have used and I have loved. So should you click on any of them and then you make a purchase, I get a small commission for recommending it to you and at no extra cost to you. So for example, some of my favorites include Airbnb, there's Payoneer, there's Booking.com, there's Bluehost.com, there's Fiverr, there's Voice Bunny, and many, many others. So when you visit my website, you're gonna see those links, and when you click and make a purchase, I get paid a commission. And they won't like charge you extra. That's the best part, yeah? So it's a win-win for both of us. I share something I have used and loved, and you also get to be recommended for something that has worked. I also fund my travels around the world through sponsored blog posts and mentions on my website. So this is where brands pay me to post a blog about them on the evamtali.com blog. And I build this on either a weekly, monthly, quarterly, or lifetime basis. So there are those who would pay me like significant amount of cash, and then I would just put a blog and it stays there for life, for as long as the website is up and running. Excuse me guys, I'm having a flu. As long as the website is up and running, their post will stay. So those who have just joined, I am just talking about how I am able to afford my travels around the world. I am currently on 100+ countries. My target is to do the 193 UN recognized countries around the world by the time I'm 50. I am currently 43, so I have 7 years to go. And I have lost, actually my 40s have been lost to COVID. I haven't really traveled much since COVID started, but beginning next month, we are back to the road. So moving on, I also make money on my website through display advertising. So if you have visited the evamtali.com website, while browsing through the website, you must have come across various advertisements on various fronts. So I am currently signed up with ezoic.com. So Ezoic brings together different advertisers, and it's more of like Google AdSense, but a better version, because since I moved from Google, before I used to use Google AdSense, But since I moved from Google AdSense to Ezoic, I am making almost 10 times more. Yeah. And I also use VigLink, but mostly it's Ezoic is the one that makes me a lot of money, especially right now when people are back to traveling. I can make anywhere up to between 500 and 1,000 US dollars just from my website. And this is mostly posts that I wrote as early as 2018. They continue to make money. So I have seen some questions there. I don't know, should I continue or should I answer as I respond? Let me know. Do you want me to, because I still have a few more ways I have used to make money. So do I continue with those ways or do I respond to questions? I think I should continue and then I'll respond to the questions. Let me know in the comments. And please, guys, like the video as you join in so that YouTube can recommend it to other people. I think this is a very important topic and it will help a lot of people. So just giving it a like will make it available to other people who can join us, and also share it widely, guys. Yeah. So I also do paid public speaking. So this applies to being paid to speak at whether it's a travel related conference or it's like side hustling or passive income conference, or it's just maybe a group of people who are in their chama and they're looking for somebody, a speaker and the like. And then I also speak at events. I speak in schools. I've talked about chamas and other travel related events. I also get invited to corporate functions. So mostly this can be like team building, but they can also be like maybe a certain resort or a certain company is having some strategic workshops. So they can invite me like to do a 1-hour session and I bill for that as well. Something else I also do to fund my travels around the world is writing for dailies. So I prefer to write for myself because I don't have to worry about being politically correct or worry about, I don't know, offending anybody. It's my platform. I say what I want to say. So, but once in a while, when either the deal is so good or it is an opportunity for exposure in a market that I've been eyeing, I don't mind writing for free. So a case in point was an article that I wrote for Myanmar Business Daily back in 2014. And this one article elevated my career to a whole new level and opened up so many opportunities for me, including a brief modeling stint. So I was able to stay in Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, for almost 2.5 years just because of this one article. I have also previously been featured on the Daily Nation. I think that was in 2021 or 2020. And it also opened so many doors for me. I didn't have to get paid to be featured, but it really opened many doors for me. So when I get such opportunities, I take advantage of them. And this is the article. I don't know if you're able to see it. You probably won't see it, but I'll link it in the description box. Another way I make travel money is destination marketing. So this is whereby in exchange for payment or paid accommodation, travel, food, tours, etc., a country or a city's tourism board invites me to visit their country or their city, and then I share my experience with my audience through my blog, my social media handles, my YouTube channel, Facebook, and other social media. And this was the case with my trip to Oslo, Norway. That was fully sponsored by the Visit Also Oslo Tourism Board. So this is just one example. And then I also pay or fund my travels around the world using my bank card to pay for travel expenses. So when I use my ABSA bank card to pay for any of my travel expenses, if that's a hotel or an air ticket or something like that, they reimburse me. I think it's 10% or something, and they give me in cash for swiping my card. So it's not much, but it counts at the end of the day. So like in 2018, I really traveled a lot and I got almost 40K back in cash from my bank just by swiping my card. So now I'm just going to talk about other one-off ways I have made money while traveling. These are things I just did once and got my money and moved on. So number one was compensation for default entertainment system. So I was once on board a Delta flight. I think I was flying from I think it was Atlanta, or I think it was either Atlanta to Washington, D.C., or vice versa. And for some reason, everyone's entertainment system wasn't working on this flight, yeah? But, and okay, personally, I didn't think it was a big deal because the flight, it was a very short flight, I think 2 to 3 hours, I think, I can't remember, it was a while back. And as soon as we landed, we were each handed a crisp, clean $100 bill, guys. Like, we just landed and there was somebody waiting to give you $100 back in the day. It's like, I think 5 or 6 years ago. That was a lot of money. Like, I was really excited. And then other one of ways I've made money is through acting. So all the acting gigs I have participated in have been impromptu ones and outside of my country, especially when I used to live in Asia back in the pre-Instagram days, when they'd never seen anything as exotic as a melanated black female in twists. Yeah, you know, like the braid twist, like they'll get so fascinated. And I took it to my advantage. And I remember scoring 2 or 3 commercial gigs in Myanmar, formerly Burma. So guys, when I tell you black privilege is a thing, it is a thing. You better use it to your advantage. Yeah, forget about those who discriminate you for being black. There are people that are actually gonna pay you for being black. I remember one of these days, I think it was in 2014, I was in Burma, Myanmar, yeah? And I visited this mall and they were shooting some video. And then when the guys saw me, they were just like, oh my God. And the executive producer of the film was like, oh my God, like I've never seen anything this beautiful. Do you wanna just walk in our video? And I was like, yeah, why not? If you're gonna pay me. And I think they paid me like $600 or $700. I don't remember. That was in 2014. Like, guys, that was a lot of money. And then I have also made travel money by being compensated for delayed flights. I think I've benefited twice or thrice from this method. And technically, if your flight is delayed for 3 hours or more, and the reason for the delay is not weather related, you should claim for compensation from your travel insurer. I have claimed a lot of money, like I think 3 or 4 times over the last 15 years when I've been traveling. And then I've also gotten compensated for being retrenched. Excuse me. So some time back, I think there was in 2017, I think, I got retrenched. And one thing that I didn't know at the time, my salary account at the time had a retrenchment cover attached to it. So when the bank manager was not, I think it was my relationship manager, didn't see my salary for like 2 months, they called me like, Eva, did you change the banks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I no longer have a job. They're like, oh, really? So why haven't you come to claim your insurance, your retrenchment cover? And I was like, oh, that's a thing. And the best part about that retrenchment cover was that they would pay you the last salary you deposited in the bank for 3 months. And then if you had a loan with the bank, they would pay it for like 9 months. So guys, that was like, and I used to put a big chunk of my salary as part of a loan that I had taken. So it was like being paid my salary for 3 months, and then they were paying for me my loan for 9 months because I didn't have a job then. And then on top of that, my employer, when they retrenched me, they also gave me money. So as I've already mentioned, I just took this money that the bank had paid me and I took off on a 1-year sabbatical. So I literally traveled the world the whole of that time. I didn't even bother looking for a job because my employer had paid me, so I had some money, and then my bank had paid me also. I just took off, and I think I visited 15 countries in 2017 and 2018. Fortunately, when I returned back to Kenya, the universe had realigned and I got another job, and I am so grateful to God. And guys, make sure you check that book of mine. I talk about how to survive a retrenchment and what to do when your job is on the chopping block. You're gonna need it, especially now when I know so many companies are laying off people. You want to read that book. So make sure at the end of this live, just check in the description box below. I'm gonna link to that book. Another one of way I have made money for travel is through as a monitoring and evaluation consultant. So for the last almost, I think, 10 years in my career, I have worked for non-governmental organizations. I have worked in innovations. I have worked I have worked at 12 cores in Kenya and outside of Kenya. I have worked, so it has given me a lot of what do I call it? A lot of experience, and I get to get gigs once in a while. So my goal usually, except of course the last 2 years of COVID. So guys, as you join the live, please like the video so that it can get shared by YouTube to as many people as possible. I think we are discussing a very, very vital topic. And as much as we are talking about travel money, this is money you can pretty much use for anything. Like, you don't have to just use it for travel. And we're not talking about little money here, guys. If you want me to share with you how much I have really made with the different sources of income, you need to let me know in the comment section below, and I'll probably do another live or I'll shoot a video. So I try to engage in at least one well-paying consultancy gig every year. And I am actually in the process of writing a short ebook on how to get into high-paying consultancies, especially in Kenya or any developing country, that would be Africa or Asia. So, and it's based on my experience, so I highly recommend it. And if you've been on this channel long enough, you know we only talk about things that we can vouch and put our life on, yeah? Things we can put our life on the line for. We don't just talk. We talk about things we have tested, we talk about things that work, and we talk about legit ways of making money. So make sure you bookmark this video if you want a notification when the book is out. Last but not least way I have made money for travel is by tracing my unclaimed funds. So before the Central Bank of Kenya Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, UFAA, it was nearly impossible for anyone to trace money they have had stashed away in some institution that they may not have been aware of, or they may have forgotten about. So I think it was 2016 or 2017, I visited the UFAA website, and again, I'm going to leave a link in the description box at the end of the live, and claimed some money I had left over in a bank. I had this bank account when I was in uni back in the 90s. And then when I ran broke, those days you needed to have money in your account for you to run a bank account. Like, if you didn't have money, you can't have a bank account. So, because I started running broke when I just finished uni, I didn't have a job then. So they literally just closed my bank account with my money in it. So when I visited the UFAA website, and I found actually that money had been sent back to the Unclaimed Assets Authority. And also I used to have a Nakumat smart card, and when the supermarket became defunct, they basically rolled over the points and they're in the unclaimed assets. So I claimed through, which bank was this? I'm trying to remember. Was it Imperial Bank or what? I can't remember, through one of the banks. So if you're looking for some travel money, simply log on to the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority website, UFAA, and enter your name and your ID number. Go and check your relatives, your dead relatives. If your mom, your dad, your brother, sister has passed on, just go and enter their names, and I think you enter with the ID number, and it's gonna give you all the financial assets they own, whether it's an Mpesa account, whether it's stocks in the Nairobi Stock Exchange, whether it's some school fees from somewhere, whether it's their employer, whether it's NSSF, just any financial institution that has their money, it's gonna feature on that website. I think they send the monies there if you're not active in the in the financial institution for, I think, 6 to 12 months, I'm not sure, they take you there. So guys, that's one way you can go and get some travel money. So let me check the comments, and feel free to ask questions, please, guys. Let me see. Okay, so the questions. Oh, Ernest is saying, wow, I had missed your videos. I know, yeah, I'm trying to become more regular now. I'll be doing at least one live every week, because it's become almost impossible to just record the videos offline and come and upload them, because I am currently running 6 YouTube channels. It's a lot of work. Doing fine, long time. I'm in Nairobi. Very much, yes, indeed. Though I'll be off a little bit while I hope you're online now. The topic is wow, thanks, Ernest. What do you guys think about this topic? Let me know. And then there's what's the other one? How do I monetize my content even with less than 1,000 subscribers? Yeah, this is a very brilliant question. So the beauty of one advantage, like especially those smaller YouTubers have, people who have just joined YouTube in the recent past, one advantage that you guys have that the rest of us didn't have back then is that people kind of understand the importance of social media. So people get it. They get the importance of being an influencer. They get it that people no longer watch TV, people are on their phones, people are on YouTube and the like. So it's very easy to convince an advertiser that, hey, I have 600 people on my YouTube channel and they look like they're a small number, but those are human beings. Like they're not just a number. And when you talk about 1,000 subscribers, they look like they're very few people. Few, it's just a small number. But you guys, do you know how many rooms you need, how much space you need to fit 500 people? That's a lot of people. And let's say those 500 people just spent 100 shillings every month. That's 50,000 shillings. It's a lot more money than people make in Kenya. I know the average median salary in Kenya is 6,000. So with 500 subscribers, if you have a product that is just even $1, that's 100. Right now, the exchange rate is $1 to 115 Kenya shillings. You can literally make 50,000 Kenya shillings or 500 US dollars with 500 subscribers. So that's one way you can make money. Ask your people to support you. If you have 500 people that believe in you, they listen to you, you're giving them value, and you ask them, guys, just support me with $1 every month. That's 500 US dollars you have right there. Secondly, if you have people that follow you, subscribe to your channel, and they are very active, they respond to your comments. When you have a live, they come and they ask questions and they give their input. And you also have like a Facebook account, you have TikTok, you have Instagram. You can very easily talk to a brand, and they don't have to be like the bigs, like the Safaricom's and the Amazons. We are talking about somebody with an Instagram shop. We are talking about somebody with a supermarket, somebody, we're talking about a hotel, we're talking about a restaurant. And you can charge something as little as $5, you know? Tell them, I'm gonna talk about your brand to my 500 people, just give me $5. That's one way you can make money. And you can also, let's say if it's like a travel vlog, and you can talk to like an Airbnb and tell them, I'm gonna visit your establishment and then I'll shoot a video. If we get like 500 likes, you're gonna give me like 100 shillings for every like. And they do it. I've done it before. I don't know how many of you have heard of a Facebook group called Wanderlust Diaries. It's got like 400,000 members. And one thing that really surprises me about that Facebook group is that you will notice, and if you're online, just go there even right now and check. It's called Wanderlust Diaries. When the admin posts a comment or a post, it gets like 3 likes and 2 comments for like a whole month. When Eva posts, Eva, that's me, I post like 3 lines, I get like 7,000 impressions and 1,000 comments plus. So and there are people who have identified that that is something they can use for marketing. So something as simple as that, I'll just talk to an establishment and tell them, let me use your vacation destination, your establishment. I'm going to visit it for 2 days. If I like it, I'm going to give a review on Facebook, this Facebook group, Wanderlust Diaries. And you're going to give me 20,000 because I'm going to give you, make sure you get 10,000 impressions and at least 1,000 comments on that one video, one post, and you're going to pay me. So that's one way you can make money. You can also talk to brands. So right now we have, like, for example, I saw an invite from Safaricom Investment. They call them Safaricom Investment what? SIC cooperative, I think. And they have invited me they have a conversation tomorrow for investment opportunities in Kenya for Kenyans in the diaspora. So that is something, if I wanted to, I would just tell them, hey guys, I can see you have invited me for this event. And one thing I know, you are looking to get people in the diaspora to attend this event and eventually buy your products. Let me do a YouTube video on it, and then you guys are gonna give me some money. So you can agree on, I don't know, I'm gonna give like a 1-minute shout out about your upcoming event, and you're gonna give me $200, or we can peg it on I don't know, like the number of likes or impressions on that video. So there are pretty different ways you can do it. The only challenge with approaching brands, when you approach the brand, they start feeling sweet for you, and that's something I've never understood, especially for our brands in Africa and Asia. They want to undercut us. Like, a brand is comfortable paying like 1 million for a 10-second advertisement on Citizen TV, when they know very well that when I'm watching my favorite channel or I'm watching the news and it's time for advertisements, I literally walk away from my TV and go to the toilet or go on a bathroom break or pick a drink or something. Nobody's literally watching. However, when people are on YouTube and they're watching a video, because they love their content creators so much, they don't usually log out of the advertisements. I know that, especially for my followers, and thank you so much for all those who support me and support all the creators around. I mean, that's how we make money, through these advertisements. And it's one way of just telling the content creator, thank you for giving me free content. Thank you for your time. And it doesn't cost you too much money to watch the advertisement. You can just let them continue playing and come back like after 2 minutes, we're still gonna get paid. So that's another avenue you can use. You can also, once you start building a rapport with your fan base, you can get them to attend like an event. So right now, for example, I am planning, quote unquote, like, what can I call it? Like, I have this, let me show you. I usually do my vision boards once every year, and then every month, and I'm sure you've seen some of those videos. I used to do them, but I've become so lazy. Every month, I have this book. I bought it online. It's called The Artist of Life Workbook by Lavender. She's also a very, very big YouTuber. I think she's almost at 1 million subscribers now. And the book has different ways you can just plan out your life. So for example, at the beginning of the year, we do our vision boards. That's basically where we see our lives throughout the year. And most of you have probably seen my vision board. I've published it online. And so I just talk about my 2022 and how I want it to be. And then every month, we also talk about, in the book, it has a section where you talk about the highlights of the past month, and what I want to see in the next month, and my goals and mini goals, and what habits I want to break, the habits I want to maintain, and stuff like that. So that is something I'm planning to have at the end of this year. We are gonna have it's gonna be like a workshop, vision boarding workshop, but it's gonna be paired with travel. So instead of just going, for example, I haven't found the destination yet, but it's gonna be either in Homa Bay County, and again, you must have watched one of my videos in one of my channel, Over 40 TV. I think if you have not, actually go and check that. That is my other channel where basically we talk about life after 40, and we just try to demystify the journey towards financial independence. So on that channel, I am talking about my plans of building a resort in Kenya, and I've actually already purchased the land. It's got a almost 270-degree view of Lake Victoria. It's up in the hill. It's an amazing, amazing property. So we are probably gonna go to the property for the vision boarding workshop, or we are gonna go to Diani. So the idea is, instead of paying money to go to Diani and just beach bum and just go to the club at night, and then you come back, you've spent money and you feel horrible because you're probably hungover, you pay money to go to the beach in Diani or to come with me to my property in Homa Bay County. And then you not only have gone on a vacation, but you come back with a clear pathway of where you see 2023 going. You have looked at 2021, you know those priorities you set for yourself. Where are you versus where you wanted to be? So just sort of like a workshop. And we're gonna spend like not more than 2 to 3 hours every day because it's a vacation. So that's one way you can also make money, and you don't need a lot of people. So if you have 500 subscribers, you have less than 1,000 subscribers, you just need like 10 people, for example, or 20 people, and you charge the cost of the trip. And if you do like a 10% markup of, let's say you get 2,000 extra or 3,000 or $30, $30 to $50 markup, and you have 10 people on that trip, that's a clean 500 US dollars, which I don't think is little money. Especially right now when the economies of the world are just crazy. And like in Kenya right now, people are buying maize flour for like $2 for 2 kilograms. And it was less than $1 in the beginning of this year. So things are not easy. I hope I have answered your question. Let me know if I've answered your question, Ernest. His question was, how do I monetize my content even with less than 1,000 subscribers? So guys, please like the video as you come in so that YouTube can share the video with as many people as possible so that they can also learn. Marilyn, hey, hope I have not missed much. Yeah, you've missed a little bit more, but you can always just play back. I was talking about the different ways I make travel money and how I have been able to afford to travel the world, visit 100+ countries over the years, and now I'm just answering the questions. Wasp B, I really need that book about retrenchment. Yes, at the end of the live, kindly check. I'm going to link it in the description box. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing book. I talk about my life. It was the first time. I have actually been working for the last 22 years, and this was the first time I was retrenched from a job that I really, really, really loved. I didn't see it coming. I actually, like I've mentioned, right now I work for a non-profit organization. It's like my main hustle. And currently they give us 1 year contracts, but I've been with the same organization for almost 7 years now. But back then, they used to give us like 3 year contracts. It's the same organization that retrenched me, but they called me back. And I talk about, I think I've mentioned that in one of my videos here, how to bounce back and get a job with the same employer that has laid you off. So I was in a very comfortable position. I was really having a good life. I really enjoyed my job. I loved it so much. It was well paying. It was allowed me to work remotely, like, so I could pretty much work from anywhere in the world. Had all the perks you could want. And then one day I just woke up and I didn't have a job. So I didn't even have a job. So the employer gave us like 1 month notice of, you don't know that you're going to be retrenched or not. Like, it's the worst position to be in, where like your job is on the chopping blog and is on the chopping board and not sure whether you're going to be retrenched. Can you imagine 30 days you're going to work every day and you're not sure if you're among those who are going to be retrenched? And then after the 30 days at 5 a.m. in the morning, they sent us messages. Hey, we are sorry, you are one of those who was being retrenched. Guys, I was devastated. Like, where do I even start? But I share my journey in that book, and I know it can help somebody. I talk about the different things that I did and how it was just a game changer for me. And guys, something else, right there, you can show your support for me through super chats. Super chats, they cost some money, but yeah, if you want to say a super thank you to me, feel free to do so. Your girl could do with some coin, yeah? I've told you I'm trying to get a ticket to Poland to go and support one of my, to support my clients, Miss Supranational. I'm sure some of you have seen me talk about her. She's representing Kenya in Poland, and the event is they are being crowned on the 15th of July, so I need to be there. So Wasp B, please check. So Marilyn, what's you said on unclaimed assets? I don't know what the question is. Let me know. Wasp, I sure think it will help me because I am in the same position, yes, I am sure it will help you, yeah? And I am sorry that you find yourself in that position, but what I can say is that don't kill yourself. Like, don't put your life around that, because the retrenchment is coming, it's coming. So you need to be in good health. You know, one of the challenges of overthinking stuff, one of the challenges of just getting depressed and stressed is you're gonna get sick. And there's nothing as horrible as getting sick when you don't have medical insurance, like proper medical cover. You know, those that only employers give, those that allow you to walk into Nairobi Hospital or Aga Khan Hospital or into any other hospital confidently with your shoulders high because you know you're covered. There's nothing as bad as being sick and not being able to pay for your medical cover, or having to pay for it from your pocket. So you want to make sure you're in good shape. And excuse me, they say when it rains, it pours, yeah? So once you're retrenched, the chances of you getting sick are even higher. So you don't want to find yourself in that position. Just take it positively. And you can also watch my video. It's here on the channel where I talk about how to get a job after being retrenched. So that's something else you want to look at. And of course, I have always talked about in this channel, it's actually the premise of this channel. We say you cannot afford to have one source of income. One is too close to zero. If there's anything we learned from COVID, that's it. One is too close to zero. And that's why I've always been an ambassador for multiple sources of income. It is one of the things that was a game changer for me when I was retrenched. Like, you can sleep knowing that no one is gonna knock the door for me because I haven't paid rent, because that's when you start pulling into your other sources of income. You double down on the things that you're already doing. And on this channel, we talk about so many things that you can do on the side. And even one of the videos that I posted, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I talk about those side hustles that you can do even if you have just 30 minutes only in a day. 30 minutes. And one of those I talk about is YouTube. Guys, let me tell you, YouTube is a source of income for many people. There are people who do YouTube as their full-time job, and it pays. It takes a while, but the moment you get enrolled into the YouTube partnership program, you guys, it is the best feeling when you get that message from YouTube. And the best part, every 21st of the month, without fail, YouTube sends your money to your bank account, and it comes in foreign currency, guys. You can imagine right now it comes in euros. Right now the exchange rate in Kenya is 1 euro to, I think, 117 or 118 euros. So as the rest of the world is crying, oh, the prices of things are going up, there's nothing as beautiful as having foreign currency in outside of the US or outside of Europe, because your money goes a long way. And that's what YouTube does for you. And I have shot several videos on the channel about some of the perks that you get by being a YouTuber. And I know some of you are like, Eva, I am scared of being on camera. Trust me, a good part of YouTubers, like 90% of YouTubers, are introverts. And YouTube gives us that space to talk to the camera. So like right now, I am by myself in this house. So I can literally just talk about anything that I want to talk about without worrying that, oh, is somebody listening to me? Is somebody hearing me? So don't worry about being on camera. You're gonna get used to it. And it's daunting at first, but with time, you kind of get used to it. But you can also do faceless YouTube channels. So like I already said at the beginning of this video, I have 6 YouTube channels, and I think it's only 2 or 3 that you can trace them to me. There's actually one, my most lucrative YouTube channel is faceless, and I have 100% outsourced everything from video development to voiceovers to everything. The only thing I do myself is to eat the money. The money comes to my bank account, but everything is outsourced. Even if you found it, you'd never know that it belongs to me. And it currently has more than 100,000 subscribers, very active. I post one video there, it goes like up to 50,000 views. So guys, you do not have to show your face. But one thing I have learned, when you show your face, it helps you to connect with your subscribers, and it's easier, especially now that back in the day when we started YouTube back in the 2017 and 18, it wasn't as crowded, as saturated as it is now. But the other advantage that new YouTubers have that we didn't have is that right now, literally everyone and their dog and their cat is on the internet, which means you have a bigger audience than we had then. We were fewer, but we were only competing for a small pie. Right now, every little person is on YouTube, including my 75-year-old dad actually holds Zoom meetings. That's how serious this thing is. So there's room for everybody. We have 7 billion people in the world. Excuse me. And I said, you just need to have 1,000 people viewing your videos and watching the advertisements, earning you $1 per month, and you have 1,000 US dollars. So if you can get 1,000 people that are loyal to you and find a way of them giving you $1 every month, you literally have 1,000 US dollars. And unfortunately, it's no longer tax-free. Back in the day, it was tax-free, but right now it's not tax-free. So depending on where your audience comes from, so like for me, most of my channels, the audience is largely from the US, Canada, India, and a little bit of Kenya. So if you have your audience, you have an audience from the US and they watch advertisements on your YouTube channel and you get paid, then YouTube takes away between 15 to 30% of that money as tax. So you're gonna be taxed. Any income you earn from a US audience, YouTube taxes you 30%. So whatever money you make, they're gonna take away 30% and they deduct it at source, which is a good thing, I think. But depending on the treaties that your country has signed with the US, you can get as low as 15%. So Kenya, for example, hasn't signed the treaty with the US. So Kenyan content creators get charged 30% of every income that they earn from YouTube. And how do you make money on YouTube? Through the YouTube Partnership Program. You need to have 1,000 subscribers on your channel, and you need to have your videos watched for at least 4,000 hours in the last 365 days. And guys, looks like that's so difficult, but trust me, it is not. If you find like you start creating content that is valuable to most people and they keep coming to your videos and watching, before you know it, one of your videos is gonna go viral, and in one day you're gonna get that 4,000 watch hours that you need. So like right now, you can see I have been doing this live for the last 57 minutes and 57 seconds, almost 1 hour. Can you imagine if I went live every single day and I had let's say 30 people watch my videos every day for they watch my 1 hour lives. I have like 30 people watch my 1 hour lives for 30 days. That's 900 hours people have watched my videos. So I do one live every day. I get 30 people to watch my live. I don't think that's difficult to get 30 people back to back for 30 days. That's 900 hours. So which means in 4 months, I could literally get to the 4,000 watch hours just by doing lives. And one advantage about the lives is that you don't even have to like edit the video. You just go live like I am right now. But I think you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers to go live. So getting subscribers is not usually difficult. Getting the 4,000 hours is difficult. But once you hit that 4,000 hour mark, excuse me, with consistency, it's very, very easy to get to 4,000 hours, like literally every month. I get like, I think 10,000 hours every day, if I'm not wrong, from the different channels. So guys, if you want to be part of that end of year vision boarding trip/workshop, please let me know. You can feel free to DM me on Instagram at ivamtali, or you can just leave a comment below and we'll find a way to get in touch with each other. because I think it's going to be a very interesting concept that we're going to learn a lot of things, mostly about as creator or as someone who's interested in side hustling without leaving their main job. Those are the kind of things we're going to cover in a holiday setting. So instead of just going like on a trip to Diani or to the beaches of Lake Victoria and you're just there hanging out with your drink and you just hang over every single day and then you come back feeling so horrible, you're going to come back with a clear plan of how your 2022 was, how you see 2023, what things are you going to put in place, what habits do you want to break, what habits do you want to build, and then we can actually have a mid-year, catch up. We could do it somewhere different, or we can even just do it here online and just go about our goals and see where are we now, does it even make sense, and stuff like that. So that is something that I think if you're interested in, let me know and I'll be happy to. So you're asking, Marilyn is asking, where do I start? Oh, how do I do this thing? Okay. Where do I start with unclaimed assets? I want to follow up on my late dads. So the website is UF, let me just type it, UFAA.what. Give me 1 second. Let me just log on to my computer because I'm finding it difficult to chat. I'm finding it hard to chat to respond to comments on the phone because I'm actually recording this live on my phone. So let me just go to my laptop so I can enter that website. Okay, how do I go to the live? I don't know how to check a live. Just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put the link here. Oh yes, here it is. So I've put it here. Let me, how do I put a comment here? God. I'm trying to put a comment so that you can visit the website. Where do I go? Okay, I've entered the website, ufaa.go.ke. Let me pin it. Yeah, so I've pinned it. So when you go to the ufaa.go.ke, this is Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority. You can see here, it actually says, did you know you could find your share of, what does it say? Share of unclaimed assets, make a report. So you're supposed to log in. You're going to have to create a username and password. And then based on your username and password, I think you enter, gosh, I can't remember how I did it. So on the right-hand side, there's a place written register. When you enter there, you get, you'll create a username. Or what? Okay, let me see how I was doing it. I can't even remember. Oh, there's a place written find and claim. Sorry, guys, find and claim. Up or due to just on the top left. Then you click, when you click on it, it will give you the UFAA claims portal. Let me just put that here as well. Yeah, so when you go there, it has a reunify. So you're gonna have to have a username, which can be your email or your phone number and a password, and then you sign up or you register. And once you're there, I think it shows you what of your assets are out there. And the best part is that you can track your claim to find out the progress of your claim. You can claim as an original owner. So like if I'm Eva, I can claim as the original owner. I can claim on behalf of a minor. So let's say if I have, I don't know, a child or something, maybe they had a Jumbo Junior account or something, I can claim on their behalf. You can also claim on behalf where the person is alive or an agent of the owner. You can also claim on behalf of a beneficiary. If somebody is deceased, there's that option. Or you can also claim on behalf of a business entity. Yeah? So once you make your claim, make sure you specify your preferred mode of payment, because the authority does not make payments in cash. So you have to give like your bank transfer number, name of bank, branch, account number, and the like. And if let's say the name on your ID is different, like let's say the name on the bank account you're claiming, you're gonna need an affidavit for name change if you ever change your name, or if the name of the company has changed, if you're claiming on behalf of a company. If you're claiming a banker's check, you need to submit the original banker's check or affidavit. So this one applies especially to those Kenyans who bought what was it called, Safaricom shares back in 2000 and what was it, 2010? No, 2000 I think and 9. A lot of people bought shares and they have been getting bankers checks for their dividends, but it's so little they don't know what to do with it. So what Safaricom has done, they have sent your money to the unclaimed asset. So if it's a banker's check, you will need to bring that original banker's check or affidavit if you had lost it. If it's an insurance policy, let's say, so like in my, and guys, this is something that I want to talk about. Maybe let me know in the comment section below if you want me to talk about it. So 14, 15 years ago, when my son was born, that was 2007, I decided to get for him a life policy. I think it's education life policy with Jubilee Insurance. So under this policy, you pay some premiums every month for 15 years. And then at the end of 15 years, if you don't die, if you're lucky, like in my case right now, I'm still alive, they give you back your money. In the unfortunate event that you die, they will take your child until high school. And every 3 years, they have been giving me some money. I don't know, something like, I don't know, it was 10%, I don't remember how much, but they've given me some decent amount of cash. And most of the time, this money has been coming when I least expect it. When I'm so broke, I just took care. There's like a check of 150K, 200K. And then of course, they're gonna give me, I think my policy matures next year. They're gonna give me now the lump sum. And when I started out with this thing, it was like a joke actually. I remember when people came to my baby shower, I was like, you guys, me, I don't want Pampers, just give me money. And the money that they gave me is what I used to start my insurance, my first insurance premium. And that is a practice I have done to date. If you invite me to any baby shower, or if you request me to host a baby shower, no gifts, nothing. We ask you to bring money, and that money we give to the expectant lady to start her policy for her child. And I think that's the best gift you can give any mother or any child. So if, let's say, I am claiming an insurance policy, then I will need, so let's say like right now my case is supposed to mature next year. So if, let's say, for some reason I forget, or I don't go for it, Jubilee is gonna take that money to unclaimed assets. So maybe if I come 5 years down the road, for me to claim that money from Jubilee, I will need to submit the original policy document, and if the policy is lost, I need to submit an affidavit. So those are some of the things that you will need to look at to your money back, whether it's yours or like in Marilyn's case, she's asking for her late dad. Okay, you encouraged me to be a YouTuber, loving the Danny, much appreciated. Oh, Marilyn, I'm so glad that you actually accepted my call, and I'm sure you're enjoying it. I really love your videos, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Marilyn's channel, please go and show her some love. Let her know that you came from Eva Mtali. She has amazing content. She talks mostly financial content. I know like her most recent video, she's talking about how to survive a financial crisis. She has talked about how to survive inflation. So please go and show her some love. Let her know that I sent you. And if you are on the live and you haven't liked the video, guys, please give it a like, because it helps the video to help more people. And I don't know if there's any more questions before I close. I'm gonna give it 1 more minute. We have now been live for 1 hour, 9 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm gonna give it up to 1 minute and 1 hour, 10 minutes. If there are no questions, comments, then I'm gonna call this live to a close. Sure, just feel free to ask me anything that is related to the topic of today, or anything about working online or making money online or being a YouTuber, or just I will be happy, more than happy to share my experience or my views on the same. Yes, and we are at 1 minute, sorry, 1 hour, 10 minutes. I will end the live here. Thank you so much for coming to my live. I hope you benefited. And like I always say, inspiration is great, but action is greater. It's like when I see people come back and say, hey, Eva, you talked about this thing and I went and tried it and it has worked for me. There's nothing that brings more joy to my heart. And I don't care about helping 1,000 people. For me, just one person who gets inspired by my videos is one reason to just go and sleep a happy, happy, happy woman. And that's why we are here, you know. And I know some of you will probably be like, Eva, why? What's your motivation for sharing with us all this content? What's the point? What's in it for you? So of course, I know YouTube is a big space. I know the online world is a big space. There is enough for everybody. And I know that by not sharing this with you, there's no way I'm going to take your luck. If that client was yours and you don't go for them, the client is going to suffer. Like, I can't take your luck from you. I can't take your favor. And the more of us that can be able to tap into the benefits of the World Wide Web, Web 4.0, Web 5.0, the better the world for everybody. Because why should this money just be spent outside of Africa, outside of Asia? When we are here, we are educated, we are learned, we are exposed, we are experienced. And right now, the barriers to entry are next to nothing. It's not like back in the day where if I want, for example, to be a musician, I want to be featured on TV, I have to probably give somebody my body or pay some money or bribe or know somebody. Today, there's no barrier to entry. I want to be a musician, I just get my phone and start creating content. And before I know it, I am viral on YouTube and the whole world is singing this song from Kenya. That's where the world has come, where we are living in what they call the knowledge economy. On one hand, there is excess supply of information or knowledge. On the other hand, there is demand for this knowledge. The internet is here to bring together people who have excess knowledge with those who have less knowledge. And this platform enables you to get paid to share your knowledge. And the best part is that nobody is looking for some kind of perfection. Nobody is looking for a perfect life. They are looking for a relatable life. So don't worry about, oh, I don't have the best editing app. Guys, 99% of my videos don't even get edited. Like, I literally shoot and upload. And you'll notice I cough in my videos. There's noise in my videos because that's what is happening. This is not BBC. This is not National Geographic. And we're not even going to pretend. That's what people want. People want somebody who is relatable. And if you've ever needed convincing to start your YouTube channel or to start making money online, I have shared a video where I talk about how to find topics to talk about. There are people, today I was talking to one of my bankers when I went to get my YouTube money. And he was like, oh, Eva, you're still going on, because we had agreed last month he was going to start his YouTube channel. He's very young. He's almost half my age. He was like, Eva, I don't even have a topic. And I'm like, you cannot not have a topic. Oh, I don't have time. I said, okay, you go to YouTube today and I want you to go and do a live and talk about not having time. That's a topic. Go and talk about not having time. And you'll find your fellow people who don't have time. And you guys go and hang out and talk about not having time. That's content. And I've also shared on this channel most recently, I think 2 days ago, those side hustles you can start even with just 30 minutes extra time per day. YouTube is one of them. If you shoot a video for 8 to 10 minutes and then you edit it for another 10 minutes and then you upload it, that's almost 20 minutes you have a video up and running. And even if, God forbid, you don't get money this year, you don't get money next year, I am sure you will have inspired somebody. If you have gone through some kind of experience, or if you are going through some problem, or if you have gone through some, you've acquired some skill, or you've gotten some achievement, I can bet my life there is 1 million other people around the world who are probably going through the same. And they're just wishing they could find somebody like them that has gone through that for inspiration and just for them to feel like I'm not alone in this. Right now, a lot of people are going through depression for various reasons. People are attempting suicide. People are lonely because of COVID and the like. And they just want somebody to hang out with. I know there's one YouTuber here in Kenya. I literally just follow. Her channel, she does 99.9% of her videos are just lives, and she talks about everything and anything. Anyone annoys her at her workplace, she'll be there ranting about it. And I just enjoying listening to her and just encouraging her, and just, it feels like talking to a friend without having to worry about getting COVID and stuff like that. And it pays, like the other day she was talking about how her caretaker has been conning her, and that was something really relatable, how her tenants ran away with her money. And that for me was very relatable, because in the same month I had a tenant that, fortunately for me, they didn't run away with my money, but they decided to stop being my tenant for reasons that I thought were really flimsy, because I was like, I don't want you using charcoal inside my house. You can use it outside but not inside, which I think is a very rational thing. Why do you want to use charcoal in the house? You could literally die of carbon monoxide poisoning before we even get to making my walls dirty. And on the same day, she was talking about the troubles she was having with her tenants, and it was just exciting for us to exchange notes. And a few people who had been thinking of becoming tenants were like, wow, like this is such an eye opener. Usually when you think of having rental houses, you only think about the money, and people don't think about some of the challenges that come with it. So for you, just talking about some of the challenges that you go through could encourage somebody else, could help somebody else to change their perspective and stuff like that. So no one has nothing to say. No one has faced life with your perspective. No one has gone through the exact same things you have gone through. So there's always room for one new story. There's always room for one new YouTuber. There's always room for one new content creator. There's room for one more TikToker. There's room for one more Facebook, whatever. I am not very consistent in recording and uploading the videos, but thank you so much for all those who joined. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. And feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you haven't liked the video, please like it and share it with all other people. I will see you on the next one. Have a good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Thank you. Bye, guys. How do I end?